If you're one of those people who strive hard to make every outfit perfect but still end up making some mistakes, then do watch this video till the end. Hi, welcome back to our series on fashion and styling. You fondly get your outfits made for any function, recheck the fittings numerous times, and make sure that you look the best in the entire party. But yet something is missing or something goes wrong. Today I'm gonna list all those mistakes. I'm going to tell you about all those things that you are doing wrong without even knowing. So do stick with me till the end, and if you like this video, then do share it with all your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet. First of all, stop overdressing. If you've got a really heavy lehenga or any outfit that's too heavy, then you can't just wear it to anybody's function unless it is a close relative or your best friend's wedding. But if the host is some distant relative or maybe just an acquaintance and you land wearing your heaviest ensemble, then obviously it's gonna look weird. So while you plan your outfit, you need to evaluate carefully how special or close you are to the host. Often people tend to wear so many pieces that it is hard to even move around freely. Don't add any more pieces or element to your outfit than you can carry comfortably. Don't try adding all possible elements into one single outfit. Don't overload so much that you start looking like an embellishment on the outfit instead of the outfit looking good on you. You would rather lose all your grace in pursuit of achieving an extraordinary look. Another scene where the chances of you messing up are really high is when you start experimenting in the name of different and exclusive. I would suggest that you go for your tried and tested styles, especially for your own functions. Don't get excited and mess up while trying to be novel. Make sure that you look your best in whatever you buy and not just go crazy after looking different. Another very important point is to not overdo your jewelry. I agree that if you don't wear all that jewelry during weddings, then when else? But you don't have to wear it all at once, no? You are not the bride, so you don't want to look like one. Now, if you're wearing a mang tika, then you can balance it with just the earrings instead of the whole big necklace too. And if you're wearing the necklace with the earrings, then take care your earrings aren't so big to be touching the necklace. Go for smaller ones. Unless it's a close wedding, don't do layering in jewelry. Means don't wear a choker with a long necklace or an assortment of 2-3 necklaces. Keep it minimal. Also, don't load your wrists with bangles. Maybe you can just wear a pair of statement bangles on either wrist. But if you love wearing lots of bangles, then wear them on one and maybe a smart bracelet or a watch on the other. It is very important that you take care of what fabric you are choosing for your outfit, mainly for the dupatta. Do not carry a georgette or a chiffon dupatta with an outfit that has zardozi embroidery all over with a lot of dabka and sequins. Your dupatta is gonna rub against this embroidery all the time and would be completely ruined by the time you get back home. So it's better you opt for tulle for your dupatta with such an outfit. If you don't really like tulle, then you can go in for an organza one. It's not gonna get as spoiled rubbing against the embroidery as compared to a georgette one. The next tip is relevant to anybody and everybody, be it the bride herself or the guests. You have to be very, very careful while picking your shoes. Buy only comfortable shoes. Try not to get allured just by the designs and trends. If you know you cannot wear pencil heels or don't find them as comfortable, then don't buy them only, no. You would either be walking wobbly in the party or would just take your shoes off and sit in a corner. What fun is that? Go for wedges or block heels. They look equally good. At least you can have a nice gait in those. If we talk about accessories, then handbags are so important for women. You obviously cannot carry your daily use handbag or any big handbag to a function. It's gonna be weird company to your ultra stylish outfit. Don't do that. Rather carry a small clutch or a sling bag. So many us would be like, why do you need a handbag during a wedding anyways? But also, so many of us have to carry a purse for those few personal belongings. There are so many options available in fancy clutches. You can even get some nice pouch or a clutch custom made with your outfit. Lastly, I want to discuss something that most of us tend to almost always forget, and that is the length of your outfit as per the event and the location. Usually the length of a floor touching outfit is measured inclusive of the length of your heels. But if you are going for a function where you would need to take off your shoes and you are wearing a floor length outfit, now when you take off your heels, your dress is going to drag onto the floor. Either you're gonna let it drag along or you would try to lift it and stutter around. In either case, the entire look along with the hemline of the outfit is gonna be ruined. So think about it in advance. Like if you know you would be taking your shoes off at the event, then don't wear any floor length outfit only. Always keep this thing in mind that whatever outfit you choose, it should be appropriate for that particular event which you are planning to wear it for. I'm sure that all of you must have done any of these blunders at one time or the other. And if there's something other than these that you have been through and would like to share with me, then do let me know in the comments below. Do like and share this video, and I will see you in my next video.